your skin, that shit is popping, girl. Body on 10, damn, you got it, girl. You gotta boss up. Getting them checks, living your best. Racks up. Oh, keep walking with confidence. Effortlessly, you let them know who is in command. You just that and more. Don't forget it. God worked hard on you for sure. Lexus Exodus. Shout out to my exes.
Y'all black females out here, y'all don't understand the struggles of being a black man out here in America and not knowing whether or not you gonna make it home to your children every night because of the police gunning you down.
But don't y'all be out here gunning each other down?
Okay, but we ain't talking about that.
Hell, don't y'all be rapping about killing each other in music?
We ain't talking about that either. We can talk about killing each other in rap music, but we don't like the police killing us. Stay on subject, woman.
You brought up your kids. Tyrone, you don't even see your kids.
And then, yeah, I be trying to see my kids. You know my baby mamas be tripping because I don't want to be with none of them, so they be holding my kids from me. You know that.
Okay, but your baby mama saying you don't give them no child support either.
Okay, but I still be going out my way to try to see them.
They live 5 minutes from my house, Tyrone.
That is out my way, woman. See, y'all, that's why we don't like y'all black women's mouths. Y'all run y'all mouth too much. Y'all always bringing up stuff that's irrelevant.
Well, was you cheating on me irrelevant?
I only cheated on you 10 times. You act like I do it every day, bruh. See, that's why we date women of other races, man.
Hey, Booze, hey. It is Lexus Exodus, leader of the Black Woman Exodus. How are you guys doing? Like always, if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. Please share. Please say what's up to me in the comment section. Say what's up to me in the chat. Hey, y'all in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. Also, when you have a moment, please pause this video and follow the backup channel. It is called LexX. That's LEXEX. You can also find the link in the description below. Also, if you have any suggestions or any ideas for any new stories, feel free to share that to me to my Gmail. That is LexusExodusChannel@gmail.com. Also, shout out to my Patreon family. I love y'all. Y'all are so dope. Y'all always show up and show out and show support. Shout out to my Discord family. The Discord chat is always so lit. If you're interested in joining and checking out exclusive content, please, you'll find the Patreon link in the description below. Lastly, y'all, before we get to it, please follow me on Facebook and TikTok. I'm trying to get better about using different social media platforms to connect with you guys. I know everybody doesn't use YouTube. A lot of you guys love Facebook. A lot of you guys really enjoy TikTok. I do too. I be on there way too often. So please, once you have a moment, take a second and follow me on the other social media platforms. That's at Lexus Exodus on all other platforms. This is another installment of my series called the Blackistan Zoo, where we profile the dusty derelicts, crazy creatures, and animals in Blackistan. Today, we are going to talk about the Blackistan baby daddy. Y'all, in all these videos I've made, I cannot believe that I've never covered the trifling ass, no good deadbeat BD. Y'all, so his profile, he is somewhere hiding, dodging child support, somewhere dodging his responsibilities, refusing to accept the consequences of his actions and take care of his children. His appearance, your Blackistan baby daddy, is pathetic, dusty. He has very empty pockets. And his behavior. So we know that baby daddies inundate Blackistan. They all like to pump and dump. They are all dusties. They are all deadbeats. For whatever reason, they hate children, but in the same breath, they're penis for everybody. So although they dislike children and dislike taking care of them and sticking around to raise them, they'll still continue to go around slanging it with reckless abandon. Anybody can get that peen. So they're out here impregnating women left and right that they refuse to take care of. So I became inspired to do this video because I know that it's recently been a hot topic circulating YouTube right now. where the question has been posed: should Black women continue to birth these men's children, specifically their boys, or should they end those pregnancies? And everyone is going crazy over this. This topic is very divisive. Sinji actually did a panel on this topic recently, and it got very heated. I know there was some fallout there. I even posed the question just on my community tab, and several divested women even got very upset. So I'll preface this by stating my stance. I personally believe in pro-choice wholeheartedly. I'm not going to encourage anyone to end their pregnancies. I think that's a very personal, individual decision that a woman has to make individually on her own. But I do believe that you should have autonomy over your body. Okay. And if a woman decides to end a pregnancy for whatever reason, I support that decision wholeheartedly, and I support women being able to choose to do that. And knowing what I know now personally, if I were impregnated by a Dusty today, I would not be proceeding with it. I do, though, think that the discussion about ending pregnancies is a delayed solution for Black women. I'm a proponent of being proactive and taking preventative measures to avoid these circumstances to begin with. So what I will promote on my platform, and what you'll see me say consistently, is something called selective celibacy. Meaning, I suggest you fully divest and that you don't lay down with Dusties, that you close your legs off from these Dusties, period. Okay? That way you avoid this possibility of an unwanted pregnancy by one of these men in the first place. That's just my personal opinion. It's kind of like, I liken it to healthcare. So it's like, yeah, we can prescribe patients medication to manage your high blood pressure and to manage your high cholesterol after the fact, and retroactively address those issues. Or we can promote a healthier lifestyle, or we can promote better choices and being fit and having a healthier diet. So you don't have to deal with those ailments and those physical illnesses to begin with. And so that's just my opinion. So now that we've gotten that out the way, I'm going to illustrate why you should divest completely and why you should avoid getting impregnated and dealing with these fools altogether, so you won't have to deal with a problematic, dusty-ass baby daddy. Okay, so I want to kick this off with a few examples, because there's recently been a video going viral of a woman who details her horrific experiences with her baby daddy moments after giving birth to their child. So let's watch this, and then we will talk through.
I'm not right now, but I want to share my experience. Because maybe it'll help somebody, because I wish I would have stuck to my boundaries. Maybe I wouldn't be in the hospital room crying in the bathroom after I just gave birth to my baby. So I'm in the hospital. I just had my baby on Friday, 2 days ago. And her father and I were not together. I broke up with him because I believe he's a narcissist, and he was literally draining me, and I couldn't take it anymore. We do have another 2-year-old daughter together. But I think I just didn't want to be in the hospital alone, so I had him come. And he hates the name that I decided to pick for the baby. And while I was sleeping, because I had the paperwork filled out, while I was sleeping, he changes the baby's name on the paperwork. And I gave the paperwork to the nurse, and then as she was like walking down the hall, he's like, "Oh, I changed the baby's name. I don't like the fucking name." And I'm just like, what gives you the right? Keep in mind, he doesn't have a job. He hasn't had a job in 2 years. He doesn't help me financially with our other daughter at all. When I was in labor, he was on his phone. I just felt stupid because I knew he would be this way, and I still let him. When I was in labor, he acted as if like it didn't matter. I was in pain. Like there was no words of encouragement. And I like literally felt like I was doing it alone. So I should have just done it alone. But for some reason, I just felt like I needed somebody there. And now that's why I'm sitting here crying now because he almost had my baby's name a completely different name. And then proceeded to tell me that, he didn't want anything to do with the baby and the name was stupid and he's going home. So he packed up all his stuff and left me and the baby here at the hospital. So now I gotta figure out. Well, I drove myself to the hospital because my doctor told me I need to get in here ASAP. But he was going to help me to get my car and everything. But I'll figure it out. But it's just you left me in the hospital with our newborn daughter. Like you really did that, and you said you didn't want anything to do with her. And this time I'm not going to listen when he tries to apologize and tries to act nice because that's what he does. He's super super mean and then he's super super nice, and for a long time it confused me, but I see clear as day now. He's just a terrible person and I need to stay away from him, and I need to stop trying to make him into a father role because he's not ready, and I can do this. Like I really can do it. I just need to stop thinking I always need someone like around me. I don't. I can do this. I've been doing it alone. He's just been around. Like I can do it. It was just like the realization of today is just unreal. That's right now, but I want to share my experience.
Okay, so this is going to be a series of TikToks. So this is the first one. So this poor girl, she's actually in tears in the hospital room moments after giving birth to their child. She talks about how her baby daddy is a loser. They all tend to be, because for whatever reason, Blackistan men don't like to step up and be men. They like to engage in this problematic behavior. Then when it's time to face the music and lay in the bed that you made, they run from their responsibilities and these repercussions. So anyway, she talks about how this man falls in that category. He doesn't have a job. He's a deadbeat. This is actually their second daughter that she has with him. She even says that he doesn't help with the first one. Not sure why she thought it was a good idea to have another one. I don't know. But anyway, she also talks about how this man spent the entire time on the phone in the hospital while she was in labor, birthing their child, and there was no support there. And to top it off, after she spent hours birthing this baby, he gets upset with her about the child's name. And this nignog secretly changes the baby's name on the paperwork and gets mad when she calls him out about it. Okay? And he storms off and just abandons her and their newborn child because he's upset about the baby's name. So this is just the beginning. Let's keep going because there's much, much more. So this next clip, we're actually going to watch him cussing her out. Literally moments after she's just got done giving birth to their baby.
The whole time, you didn't say not one. The whole time, you didn't say not one word of encouragement the whole time I was in labor. That's why I had to get that girl because you didn't say anything to me. Nothing. You just looked at your phone. What? How do I act?
The whole time I've been here, all you've done is talk down to me. So the whole fucking time I've been here, all you've done is talk down to me. So I haven't said anything about it. So no.
No, you're lying.
God,
I just had a baby.
Really fucking hope you do. Really tried to be cool.
You hope.
Be nice.
You hope I die.
Just be the.
You didn't do anything. You just sat on your phone. You just sat on your phone the whole
Every time you
time.
fucking ask me to do something for you, I fucking did it.
No,
without
you just
fucking
slept.
hesitation.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You're lying to
Many times
yourself.
I got
A couple times, but not like a person that just had a baby. Shit, I did most stuff by myself. If you want to leave, go. I want you to leave now. I don't want you to take your time. I just want you to go. Get out. Whole time. You didn't say not one.
But this is your baby daddy. This is what you women are voluntarily signing up for a lifetime of when you have children with these men. This is it. And this personally boils my blood because I had a very, very similar experience. It's like we're rewinding the clocks or the hands of the clock, like we're going back in time. Because I vividly remember getting into a car accident when I was 8 months pregnant, totaled my car. The steering wheel rammed into my pregnant stomach. And in response, my child's father called me the B word while I was on the hospital bed, moments after it had happened. Okay, so this is very normal within this community, the toxicity, the dysfunction, the disrespect. And here's my thing. Black women already, off the bat, are 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related issues while giving birth. Because when you're giving birth, especially as a Black woman, it's a very physical thing. You're literally putting your life on the line. You may die. And this is the treatment that these women are given after risking their lives to birth these Destiny's children. And you know what happens in other communities? If you don't, I'll tell you. In other communities, after the women give birth, they're getting push presents from the men in their communities. My husband's business partner, for example, they just recently had a child. So he bought his wife a diamond necklace in return for risking her life, birthing his child. Okay. So other groups of men understand how divine this process is, how laborious, how excruciating this process is. You're literally risking your life. I got preeclampsia when I had my son, and we almost died. As a matter of fact, about 6 or 7 nurses and doctors ran into the room because our heart rate was so high, my baby's and mine, that we were about to die. So these women are literally willing to risk their lives and be on their deathbeds, birthing these children. And in return, they're getting cussed the F out. So y'all tell me if it makes sense to still keep having these men's kids, to still keep sleeping with them. So you're in a position where you have to choose whether or not you want to proceed with the pregnancy. Okay. Wait, there's more. So let's keep watching this nonsense.
So earlier last week, I had just chose a name and I had a name board made because when I thought about it, I'm taking care of this baby financially. And, this pregnancy was very difficult, so much more than my first. I had no symptoms with my first. I went through every single symptom with this one. And I took my ass to work every day and I made sure my older daughter was taken care of. And I went to my iron transfusions. It was a lot. I literally was hanging on by an edge the entire pregnancy. It was very mentally draining, and plus I was trying to break free from a narcissistic relationship, and I think my pregnancy being so difficult also helped me to see how much he really does not care about me as a person in general. This is all a process. It's not happening overnight. It was a healing process, and everything I went through the past week is going to mold me for what I'm going to be. So he had saw the name board. He saw me taking pictures with the baby with the name board, and he never said anything. And not until the nurse took the paperwork did he say that, oh, I changed the name because it was fucking stupid. And as she was walking down the hallway. And honestly, if he did not tell me, I wouldn't have known until the birth certificate came back, because I thought I had filled out everything and he just did his part and that was it. I didn't know that he made any changes. And the fact that he had that entitlement and the audacity to change her name, it just sickened me. I was very angry and aggressive. Yes, I know my baby was right there, but it just triggered me. How could you do that? How? What right do you have? And at the end of the day, it's all about control. He does not care about what this baby's name is. Literally, he changed her middle name from Rain to Raina. How original is that? You took something I put there and then changed it a little bit just so you can say that you thought of it. You literally probably thought about that as soon as you saw my name board. He's just a sick person. And I'm just, it was very unfortunate. I have been so emotional, but I have work to do. I have to take care of these babies. So I just wanted to vent about it, maybe get some advice from people. But I did not come here to get bashed or, talked about, or you're so stupid, why did you do that? Like, we all do things. Like, we're trying to grow and learn as people. Like, I'm going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. It's all a life lesson, and we're going to be okay. So earlier last week,
Let's keep going.
hey guys, I thought I would come on here to chit chat a little bit. And little Avery's taking a nap. She looks so peaceful. I'm actually a pretty private person, and like I'm really guilty of holding everything in, but TikTok is actually like what helped me to break free of the toxic situation I was in. Once I became aware and watching all these women and men and women going through things that I went through, and things clicked and became more clear, it really helped me to put things in perspective because my brain had been so fogged for so many years. Yes, I know he was at the hospital. Avery's not even supposed to be here. She's supposed to still be in my stomach. I was in a high pressure situation. You're scared, and you want the father of the child to be there, even though I knew he couldn't be there in the capacity I wanted him to. I at least like wanted, a familiar someone with me. I think that's what it was. Like, I was just scared. And you guys just saw a small snippet. What led up to that, him cussing me out and storming me out of the hospital and all this and that is basically for months, like I had been trying to discuss the baby's name with him, and he would literally look at me and ignore me, or he would tell me everything I thought of was stupid, and he would give me names that I didn't really care for, and we hadn't been talking. I hadn't been talking to him. Like, I'd literally only been talking to him on the weekend when he would come and get our older daughter. And I've been trying to co-parent with him, and I would not talk to him during the week. Literally was only talking to him about Leilani, or the daughter, and was not talking to him about anything else. But clearly that wasn't the best. It was really like sad, like laboring and having someone just be on their phone and not encouraging you. And the sad thing is, like, I think I was so close to the end getting ready to push her out, and I actually, like, I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, give me the epidural. And she literally came 45 minutes after I had the epidural. And I just wish I could have just held on a little bit longer because my back is killing me. But it is what it is. And I'm just thankful to have a healthy baby. But what prompted his outburst, I think, he hadn't been getting much supply. He had not been getting any supply from me. Like, I've really been trying not to give him any supply. But, narcissists, they seek that attention. And, having a baby, you get attention. And all the doctors and nurses, they were all, like, so in love with how she looked. And, like, he like, I could see, like, he was getting, like, excited about that. Like, he was getting a supply from our baby that was just born and all the attention that she got and everything. Hey guys, I thought I would come on here to
So she's sitting here talking about how he's a narcissist. And it's just like, she's young. She is very, very young. I feel for her. Blackistan would like to say, oh, dang, you messed up. Now you have to deal with this person for the next 18 years. No, child. She's going to have to deal with this bullcrap for the rest of her life. She just is. And the reason why is because you don't just cut off things after a child turns 18. No, you still have to see that person at graduations, at college graduations, at their wedding, at their baby shower, at family engagements. So she's going to have to deal with this dusty until one of them is 6 feet under. And this is why I promote selective celibacy, because she should have closed her legs so that she wasn't in this position in the first place. She certainly shouldn't have had 2 children with this fool. Child, I only had to fall and hit my head one time, y'all. Okay, here's the last clip I want to share with you guys.
On here because TikTok had me banned because I had posted some breastfeeding content. I'm very new to TikTok. I don't even know how to work this thing. I feel like a grandma trying to work TikTok. Somebody will have to show me a thing or two. But a lot of you guys found me on Instagram, and when I tell you, it is scary. It is terrifying, okay? The amount of women that said that they have gone through the situation I went through or a situation worse, it is insane to me. I literally have hundreds of DMs from women telling me their stories, and all day while I've been nursing, because this little one right here, she's been cluster feeding like crazy. So I've just been sitting here nursing her, reading, replying to comments on Instagram, and the stories that I've heard, like it gives me chill. And I think for me personally, I put up with a lot because I did not love myself enough. I'm so aware. I'm aware of everything that that's going on with me. I have been in therapy. I actually had my 5th therapy session of my life. Like, I finally got a therapist this year, and she's helped me like organize my thoughts a lot better because I've been so scatterbrained, just because my mind was so fogged for so long. But I really want my TikTok to become Healed Girl TikTok. Like, I want to be a part of Healed Girl TikTok. I want to post about my journey, things I'm doing for my mental health. I want to take a year and just really focus on me and what I want and the kind of person I want to be, the kind of mother I want to be, the goals and things I want in my life. So I'm going to start documenting my journey. And thank you to everybody that has had such compassion for my situation and left sweet messages. Like, there's even people that I know that like have shared things that similar to what I've gone through. So it's nice to like know that you're not alone in a situation. Like, this happens every day to hundreds of thousands of people, I promise. But I really want to focus on like what we can do, what I can do to prevent this from happening to me in the future.
Oh Lord.
Things to teach my daughters so they can look out for signs. Because if I'm guilty of anything, it's looking for love in all the wrong places. And I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm 28 years old. I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm trying to get my life together, y'all. So be gentle with me. And please, no more comments about, well, why you have another baby with him. Like, I needed this baby. This baby needed me. God put her in my life. No regrets over here.
No, she did not
Also, I'm
need
just
that
not.
baby. She didn't need that baby. And this is my thing that gets me within this community. We like to call every child a blessing. It's like, oh, yeah, I know the father is married and I know he already has a family and a whole wife, but this is a blessing. It happened for a reason. No, it happened because you're irresponsible. It happened because you didn't know how to utilize birth control and contraception. This is not a blessing. This is not a blessing. And I'm sorry to burst y'all's bubble. I had to accept that fact and lay in the bed that I made years ago. The reality is that she effed up and now she has to deal with the repercussions of her actions for the rest of her life. And she's talking about, oh, now she's seeking therapy. She's on her 5th therapy session. Girl, why we gotta do everything so chaotic and so out of order in Blackistan? Why? You should have sought healing and therapy before you had 2 children, girl. Same thing with like marriages. We'll have 3, 4 kids, and then 5, 10 years later, we walking down the aisle to get married to the dad. Like, what? Why we gotta do everything so damn backwards? You're supposed to heal before you bring children into this world. And unfortunately, she has 2 little girls. So a lot of that trauma, if she doesn't eventually heal and address those wounds, a lot of that trauma she's going to pass on to her children. Child, and she talks about how her inbox was inundated with women who have experienced similar circumstances. I know this is very common because I went through the same bullish. And it's like, y'all, I don't know what to tell y'all. We see this every day. We see it within the community. We see it on television. We see these athletes. We see these rappers having all these children. Freaking Future got 9 different kids and 8 different baby mamas. We see Nick Cannon just pumping and dumping and spreading his seeds, spreading it low and laying it wide. We see it within our family. I have one cousin who has 10 kids, all different women. And he in his 30s, ain't ever been married. But y'all still want to continue having these men's children. Child, I can't. And she talks about how she had medical issues, pregnancy-related medical issues. And it's like, I had this epiphany. So studies show that Black women tend to be more likely to suffer from similar health issues while pregnant. I had preeclampsia, and I strongly believe that this happens due to stress. So Black women are suffering extreme mental abuse and trauma at the hands of their partners, oftentimes physical abuse. So they end up experiencing the physical implications of that mental trauma. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, selective celibacy. Stop becoming pregnant with these men's children in the first place. That way you can avoid all of this. Mental stress, trauma, drama, struggling. Child, I can't.
Exodus. Shout out to my exes.
Hey, y'all. It is Lexus Exodus, leader of the Black Women Exodus. If you didn't know already, Black women are beautiful. Black women are intelligent and incredible. Black women are phenomenal and make great wives and mothers.
I want to speak to your manager.
Black women should be respected and deserve to be loved.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Black women deserve to be treated like human beings at least. Listen, guys, if you're like me, you are so tired of your favorite Black female content creators getting harassed by the trolls, silenced on social media, and censored by YouTube. We work so hard to stand up for Black women, and although YouTube allows us to be regularly berated, ridiculed, and degraded by Dusties every day on the platform, as soon as we say one word to clap back, we're threatened with channel violations and are told to be silent or we will have our platforms removed. The biased algorithms, inconsistently enforced policies, and persistent trolling on YouTube is unacceptable and needs to stop. If you agree, meet me over on my Patreon, where you will be able to access completely raw, unfiltered, exclusive Lexus Exodus content. You will be able to access uncut, uncensored, and ad-free content, 2 bonus videos a week, access to the private Discord community, and much, much more. So meet me over on the Patreon at patreon.com/LexusExodus. The link is also in the description below.
Shout out to my exes.
Okay, so let's look at this next video of another baby daddy cussing out the mother of his children. So let's watch this and then we will chat.
You want to know what? Hey, check this out. You want to know what? They was right about you. Everybody was right about you. You ain't shit and you ain't gonna never be. You walk around playing all the time. That's all your jazz do is play. You ain't shit and you ain't gonna never be. Bitch, remember that. These niggas don't. Hold on, I'm getting pulled up. Never mind, bitch. But nigga, yeah, like I was saying, nigga, these niggas don't want shit from you, but and that's all you got to offer. Nigga, I should have never had a baby by your ass. I hate you, weak ass. Oh man, I should have never got your ass that phone bill. I should have took you to McDonald's. You wouldn't even work no phone bill. Weak ass.
Here's the next voicemail the next day.
Good morning, beautiful. Hopefully you having a blessed day. I ain't want shit. I was just checking on you, making sure you were straight. Even though I feel like I ain't did shit wrong, I do want to apologize to you. It was out of pocket for real. I did speak to the lady today, and she basically opened my eyes to a lot of shit. Like, I was wrong. And once again, I apologize to you. You did leave a pair of panties over here, and I wanted to see if you wanted me to throw them away or if you was going to come get them. So call me back because I'm cleaning up right now.
Lord Jesus. Oh my God. I don't know whether to laugh or cry, y'all. Do y'all hear this mess? And it boggles my mind that there is still several Black women, not just several, the majority of the women within this community still considering having children with these fools. Just disrespectful. So he's saying here denigrating, degrading, really dogging the person who carried his children for 9 months in her womb. He's complaining about a 444, y'all. So y'all know he broke. Saying all of this to the mother of his child. Just nasty, just vile. Then he feels bad the next day and calls and apologizes, talking about, you left your panties over here. Do you want to come get them? A hot mess. A hot mess. This gives me a headache. This is not uncommon again. It isn't. This is what happens when you have these degenerates children. This is what happens when you lay down and have a baby daddy instead of having children with someone who will be a father. Divest, y'all. Divest. And it's not about choose better. Choose better means not choosing them, quite frankly. If you effectively vetted and effectively thoroughly made sure that you cross your T's and dotted your I's, they wouldn't even be a consideration. They wouldn't even be an option. Child. Okay, let's keep going. So here's another one, and trigger warning. This one is actually very sad. I just remembered of a woman whose baby daddy pulls a gun out on her because he believed that she's cheating. Trigger warning, this is very disturbing if you're sensitive to content like this, and I would recommend proceeding with caution.
Y'all, I've been faithful as to this hoe, man. This who she. Bitch, get out my face before I kill you out here. Oh, God, get out my face before I kill you out here. Oh, God, man. Y'all, I've been so faithful to this hoe, man. This nigga just called, man. Oh, God, man. This dude been fucking, y'all. Oh, God. On my mama before I throw your out. Man, look at this hoe, man. Man, oh, God, you nasty, dog. You fucking, man, say you fuck the last third. Man, I'll kill you. Oh, God, man. Man, y'all, I knew I was doing right by this hoe, man. Man, that hoe gotta get all that shit out of my house, man. Man, oh God, y'all, the nigga just reached out to me, man. Man, the nigga reached out to me, man. The nigga reached out to me, man. Man, that hoe been fucking the nigga while she was pregnant and everything, man. Man, I swear to God, y'all, I can't make this up, man. I'm in the apartment right here, man, cub. Man, y'all, I swear to God, cub. Man, I swear to God, I'll be bang.
Oh, we gonna pause this here because I can't. I can't. And see what I mean. See how much of a derelict these men are. This is your typical baby daddy, though. These are the men that you're dealing with within this community. Just trifling. So he done had a whole baby on a poor girl. And so he runs up on her, this poor, defenseless woman. She looks like she's about to pop. And this fool holds her at gunpoint. Apparently, he even hit her with the weapon. Child, I can't. All because he thinks she's cheating after he done had a whole baby on her. It's like, how bitch made can you be? Really? Really? Get out your feelings. So let's play devil's advocate and said this woman cheated. Okay, who cares? Remove yourself from the situation. It's like, you'll be like, well, damn, remember you gave me an STD and then you had sex with my cousin and then you got my best friend pregnant. Then you slept with our other kid's teacher. And then they catch you texting a dude. Now he ready to pistol her. Child, I cannot. It's like, okay, well, part ways. Get a paternity test, Dusty. You don't get to hold a loaded gun and pistol whip a pregnant woman, the pregnant mother of your children. Child, okay. So it gets worse. Again, trigger warning. These stories get increasingly difficult as we continue. They'll continue to get harder to swallow and more difficult to watch. This next story is a news clip about a woman whose baby daddy assaulted her while pregnant while she was at the local corner store. And again, this is very graphic. This is very explicit. I'm not even gonna lie. But let's watch this and then we will talk through.
And his girlfriend Shatori Irving having a bit of a discussion at the counter as Shatori begins to walk towards the door on her crutch with a broken ankle. This happens. Jamar shoving her, cold cocking her. He's not done. He hits her over and over again, kicks her repeatedly. Did I mention she's 3 months pregnant with his child? As she's on the ground, he kicks her repeatedly, punches her some more, about 4 times, maybe more, hard to tell. That clerk really can't seem to get him off his girlfriend, but eventually gets him shooed out the door. Looks like he's going in for another round, but no, finally. And his girlfriend, Shatori Irving, having a bit of...
Y'all, this is sickening. So what we just watched is this man assaulting his pregnant girlfriend. His girlfriend is 3 months pregnant. She's already on crutches. So the food had already injured her. Very likely that's what happened. He assaulted her. So she's already trying to heal those wounds. And he beats her like a man. I don't even know a euphemism or a softer way to put it. He cold cocks her like a dude. And it's just, pummeling her. And so we know that they say that 4 in 10 Black women experience DV from an intimate partner during their lifetimes. And we also know that number is likely very inaccurate. It likely is a low estimate of what's happening here because most victims don't come out. They're victim shamed within this community. So those numbers are likely to be much higher than that. Personally, I estimate that at least 80% of Black women are victims, just based off of personal experience and stories that I've heard, especially after launching this platform. They also say the most dangerous time for a woman is when she's pregnant. So it doesn't surprise me at all that this incident happened where this guy is pummeling his 3-month pregnant girlfriend. They say one of the leading causes of deaths a pregnant woman is intimate partner violence. So this doesn't surprise me, especially within this community where we know the DV rates are extremely high because these men are violent. So I'll say it again. Practice selective celibacy. Stop getting pregnant by these men. Stop sleeping with these men. You don't want to deal with these baby daddies. They crazy. They already broke. It's like, Negro, you already broke collectively. Y'all don't have any money. Your net worths are extremely low. You already lead the rates in felony convictions. You already are the least educated groups of men. You mean to tell me I got to get my ass beat too? Like, it's like, Dusty, you already hard to love. This is already difficult for me to want to be with you. You mean to tell me I got to get dragged and beaten too? Y'all, okay, so let's look at this next story about this woman who just tragically, just last week, y'all, had her life taken from her by her Dusty because she was his pregnant mistress and she was carrying his unborn child. This was just last week, y'all. All of this is recent headlines that I'm sharing with y'all.
A Fort Bragg soldier behind bars accused of killing the woman who was pregnant with the couple's child.
It's a story many of you are reading right now on ABC11.com. Alonzo Dargan Jr. is charged in the death of Akilah Ware. Investigators in Georgia say the two grew up together and Ware was pregnant with Dargan's child, although Dargan is married to another woman. The Troup County Sheriff's Office says they found Ware inside of her crashed car Tuesday afternoon with her body riddled with bullets.
I went to the scene and could not believe that somebody had shot and killed a young mother of 5 children. And on top of that, killed her, and she had a baby inside of her that resulted in the death of that baby. I personally, along with my chief deputy and one of my chaplains, went to the home of her father and had to deliver this news that your daughter is dead. That's very terrible news to have to hear from anybody, especially when it's one of your children and a grandchild, even if it's unborn.
Ware's father told the local ABC affiliate in Georgia that Ware was a registered nurse and a mother to 5 children who were not related to Dargan. Dargan is now behind bars in Cumberland County.
My Lord. Do y'all see this though? So this dusty fool had a side chick. He was married. She was a mother of 5. He was reckless, although he was already married, and impregnated her. And he probably couldn't face the music, couldn't face the repercussions of his actions like a man. Guess what, Dusty? You're not supposed to be out sleeping with another woman unprotected, especially while you're pregnant, while you already have a wife and a family at home. So he got her pregnant. And in response, instead of laying in the bed that he made, he took the cowardly way out and tragically took her life. Selective celibacy. Stop getting pregnant by these men, please. I told y'all this conversation about whether or not to proceed with the pregnancy full term, that's too delayed in this conversation. We need to think more proactively. We need to think more strategically. We need to decide to stop laying down with these men in the first place, because this is what happens. When you lay down with dogs, you get fleas. Child, I can't. Okay, so let's get into this next story. So recently there was a story that went viral about a woman in NYC who was leaving her baby shower and was shot by her baby daddy dead. Well, here's another very similar story where a man ended the life of his girlfriend who was 6 months pregnant and dumped her body on the highway. So let's watch this.
They cried, they hugged, and tried to console one another tonight at a vigil in Queens honoring the memory of a pregnant mother and her unborn baby murdered. 29-year-old Vanessa Pierre's boyfriend arraigned in court today, charged in their death. Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang spoke to the victim's best friend tonight. There were memorial candles, photos of the beautiful victim, and a balloon announcing the baby would have been a little girl. All this too much to bear. 29-year-old Vanessa Pierre, we're told, was a licensed practical nurse on Long Island who was 6 months pregnant. On Friday, as you can see in the surveillance video, her body was dumped on the sidewalk along Horace Harding Expressway in Bayside, Queens. It did not take long for police to arrest her 29-year-old boyfriend, Joey Charles. Authorities believe he is the father of the unborn baby girl. Friends and family gathered tonight on the spot where her body was dumped, heartsick that someone so gentle and giving is gone.
As females, we all want love, we all want family, we all want that picture perfect life. But unfortunately, she fell in the arms of a psychopath.
Vanessa was supposed to be here right now.
Separately, a few steps away, a group of activists spelled out Vanessa's name in candles and shared 29 seconds of silence for the 29-year-old victim of domestic violence.
It is our job to protect Black women. It is our job to uplift Black women. It is our job to love Black women.
You have a responsibility to protect every Black woman.
She was a sweetheart. She was hardworking.
Officials report Vanessa had been strangled and that the killer used her own car to dispose of her body. There are also signs she had been beaten. Her boyfriend faces 25 years to life in prison if convicted.
Whew. Y'all gonna start listening to me. So this nignog impregnated the poor girl, then beat her, tragically took her life when she was 6 months pregnant, then is on video, on surveillance, dumping her body on the highway like a damn dog. Do y'all think it still makes sense to continue to have children with these fools? This is your Blackistan baby daddy. And I've said this before. Pick a struggle, Dusty. Pick a struggle. Because how you gonna be broke? Collectively, you got bad credit. Y'all all got low net worths. Y'all all lack resources. Y'all don't know how to build. There's no infrastructure here, no economy. You're all ex-felons. You're all uneducated, unemployed. It's like, damn, you already got all that against you. You already hard to love, Dusty. On top of that, you mean to tell me I gotta get my ass beat too? In extreme circumstances, these women are losing their lives. Y'all, it's like you got two doors to pick from. Best case scenario, he just gonna abandon you and you gonna have to struggle. That's best case scenario. That's what happens when you lucky. Is this man will pump and dump and abandon you and your children. Worst case scenario, it'll happen like this and you will lose your life. Child, selective celibacy. Close your legs to these men. I can't. That's y'all. That's all I got. Until next time. See you guys. Bye.
If y'all come across a red iPhone, can you please bring it to the sound stage? Red iPhone, appreciate it.